Good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. This is your outlook for August 5th, 2014, and you're probably wondering why I'm showing you a blank map here, but that's because we're going to have mostly sunny skies for the most part today. Now, this is actually the 4-kilometer NAM. This is the future simulated radar, and I want to take notice that up here in the western sections of northwest PA, or northeast PA, I'm sorry, the western sections of northeast PA. I'll get that out right yet. There's going to be a line of storms here that the NAM thinks is going to move southeast here and gather itself together here. This is actually later in the afternoon. This is 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So it starts to form a line here and move southeast here. So what I'm tempted to do is here, at least in our western sections here, might have to allow for a shower or thunderstorm here in the evening hours of here if this gets in here quick enough. And this is all along kind of like a prefrontal trough. The cold front we're actually expecting to come through during your day on Wednesday. This would be like a prefrontal trough that is firing out in front of here on later in the day on Tuesday. Here's 7 p.m. here that we're looking at right now. 8 p.m. Once you get to 8 p.m., I think it's reached its peak. And it's, if you do have these storms moving southeast here, if it's only gotten this far, you can expect that with a loss of daytime heating, this is going to disappear. So, could have an isolated thunderstorm pop up here, but then you see as it moves southeast, it starts to fall apart, and that's because you have the loss of daytime heating, and the air becomes a little more stable. There's not a lot of instability to work with here, so it's going to be one of those things that the NAM could be onto something here. There really no other model has this, so we'll just keep an eye on that during the day on Tuesday and see if this is something that is actually coming to fruition, or if this is just a NAM pipe dream, which is very possible also. So we'll get back to that, and we'll update throughout the day if that's with that situation. But either way, it doesn't look like anything severe or anything. Just some scattered showers or thunderstorms that could change the forecast a little bit for your Tuesday evening. Let's get into Wednesday. We're going to have a cold front finally push through. Of course, that what the NAM was just showing was on a prefrontal trough out ahead of this cold front, but the actual cold front we expect to come through here during the day on Wednesday, and it's going to push south with scattered showers and thunderstorms. It's starting to look like this front is going to move through a little bit earlier now. So instead of coming in later in the day, this front looks like it's going to come through somewhere, maybe late afternoon. So you're going to have storms firing basically the 2 to 6 p.m. time frame, maybe a little earlier than that as you get up to northern PA, like noon to 2 p.m. Maybe a little bit towards the later end of that as you get to southern portions of the coverage area here. But again, not looking at severe weather here, not a lot of shear involved, not a lot of instability. So we're not looking at anything widespread severe. Looking at more like those pulse variety storms that kind of pop up and last maybe 15-20 miles and then just choke themselves out in their own updrafts, and they wind up falling apart. That's the kind of storms we're expecting for your day on Wednesday. So once this cold front moves through, however, it is going to be wash, rinse, repeat for the next 4, 5, 6 days. Here is high pressure that's sitting over the upper Great Lakes here. This thing is going to sink southeast here for Thursday, and it's going to kind of just sit there. Look, sit right over top of us for Friday. Same thing for Saturday. Same thing for Sunday. You just anchor the high pressure sitting right over top of us. It attempts to finally slowly move off the coast here, but what that does here is keeps all these systems blocked. Anything out here can't get to us. Anything down here can't get to us. Everything is just blocked as you have strong high pressure sitting right over top of us, and that's going to go straight through the weekend. And beyond that even, the models are indicating this high pressure is going to be in control as you get into early next week until it finally pushes east and loses its grip. And then we'll have some systems, a frontal boundary that's going to approach in the middle of next week. But right now, it looks like it's going to be mostly dry for a very long time. And that is indicated on both the European model and the GFS, both in agreement in the long range that this high pressure is going to dominate at least straight through this weekend and early next week. So we will follow up on that, but we might have a nice run of successive days of mostly sunny and near normal conditions for this time of year for a good 5, 6, 7 days. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for August 5th, 2014. Have a great Tuesday.